Hi lovelies, welcome back to another video. So today we do have a very simple acrylic Babyboomer full set. Of course, before I jump into today's video, let me give a shout out to my notification squad. These are the first 3 people to get in and drop a comment on my last video. And if you're ready to see me create these, then let's go. So I already did my prep. I'm going directly in and apply my nail tips. I am using the BG Nails Effortless nail tips. If you guys are interested in ordering this, you can DM me on Instagram once you're local. And to apply my tips, I'm using my favorite, my Makartt nail glue. And I do have those featured on my Amazon storefront, which is always linked in my description box. And if you want to learn how I prep my nails, definitely check out this video. I would link it in the cards on the screen and also in my description box below. Taking my straight edge nail clippers, which is also featured on my Amazon storefront, I'm going to trim the pinky nail down. Now I do use this as a gauge to make sure that all the other nails are the length that my client requested. So I go a little at a time until she tells me that she's happy with the length, and then I trim the others down, measuring them up just to make sure that they're all the same length. She did request having the index finger and the middle finger on her right hand to be a little bit on the shorter side. So after I trim one hand down, I'm going to show you guys how I measure up my tips for the opposite hand just to make sure everything is at the same length. I usually don't show you guys the steps. I thought I would incorporate it in this video just so that the video is not repeating itself, but I'm not showing you the application on both hands. I'm only showing you the application on one hand to prevent this video from being even longer than what it is, and the majority of this video is in real time. Now that all my nails are the same length, I am taking my 180 grit hand file by Makartt, also on my Amazon storefront, and I'm going to sort of taper in the sides of these nails back. Because I had to trim it down this much, you are going to lose that tapered look, but we are just going to taper it in just a little bit more. So making sure to watch that nail from both sides. You're not over filing one side and then going in and filing the other side. You want to do the same amount of file strokes on each side of the nail just to make sure that it is even. And when I'm finished with the shaping up of these nails, I'm going to use the same hand file, and I'm showing you guys a lot of hand filing in this video today as well. And I'm going to use my hand file to blend the tips into the natural nail. So I did speed this part up because it's just me blending the tips in, and it's the same process as if I were to use my e-file, moving that hand file around the nail, not keeping it in one spot for too long, but still focusing on the extension, not touching my client's natural nails, because even if I go in with a hand file and over file the nail plate, I'm going to damage it. Well, you want to make sure that you keep your file on the extension and not touch the natural nail plate. Moving from side to side, I try to move in one direction with my hand file across the nail. Taking my manicure brush and some alcohol, I'm going to remove all the dust by cleansing the nails. Usually I don't go in with my dehydrator, but I do have the JC Beauty Concepts dehydrator, so I'm going to apply that to the natural nail and I'm going to allow it to dry completely. And as that is dried, I'm going in with the Extra Bond primer by JC Beauty Concepts as well, and I am going to do 2 coats of this. I do allow my first coat to dry as usual, and then I'm going to go in with my second coat. As that second coat is tacky, I'm going to start off with the JC Beauty Concepts Clear Acrylic Powder, and I'm going to be placing this on the nail bed, and this is just going to be my protection layer for my client if it is she decides to change this set out. You guys know I always do this step. It's not something that I skip. It's something that's literally programmed in my mind. So once I'm doing an acrylic full set, this is what I do. And I'm using my Alpha number 12 oval Kolinsky brush. This is the new brush that I showed you guys in my last video. And as you guys can see, the shape is just a little bit more conditioned. So it's easier for me to work with now, especially as I'm doing another ombre. So I am taking this milky white that I mixed up myself. If you guys are looking for something similar, JCBC does have a color called Snowflake, so you guys can definitely check it out. It's the exact same thing because I had Snowflake before I mixed this up, and then Snowflake ran out and I just ended up mixing some white and clear and got my own milky white. So I am starting off with a small to medium size bead because of the size of my client's nail bed, and I'm placing it right where the extension is glued on to the natural nail, and I'm going to start pulling this milky white as far up to the tip of the extension as possible. If it is I need more, which is what usually happens, I just go in with a small bead at the tip, pulling and blending that bead like if I'm pulling it up to the cuticle area, and then I'm just going to start patting the acrylic to shape it and place it where I want it. Make sure there is no excess. If there's excess, you want to go in and remove it immediately. Don't wait for it to dry, because then you have to go in and cut off all of the excess that would have gotten underneath the nail, and it will just be a pain, a total pain. Basically, I just go in and do all the white, allow it to set. If I have an accent nail, in this case I do, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, so that way I am positively, absolutely 100% sure that that white is set. And if you want a more in-depth video on how to create a Babyboomer ombre, I do have a video for that, and there it is. I will also link it in the cards and in my description box. I am going to be showing you guys the two accent nails. It's going to be the same technique, just the patterns are going to be a little bit different because it is like a marble effect. So I'm taking that same milky white and I'm taking my clear acrylic powder and I'm just going to be marbling them together. And as that clear is still wet, I'm going to start pressing these gold butterflies, and I got these by the Veronique's shop, and I will press them into that wet acrylic. And then as that acrylic is setting with that butterfly in it, I'm going to finish the marble on this nail. Now I didn't pick up a bead of clear and a bead of white because it's basically going to be the same thing, so I just placed the milky white where I wanted it. And now into that wet acrylic again, I'm going to be pressing some gold foil. Now this nail is not going to have that much on it because my client is very simple, and I even had to like inveigle her to get an accent nail, but she ended up loving it in the end because I know what she likes. I really wish I could have put like a sticker butterfly or something on top of this nail, but it would have been a little bit too much for her. So I'm just going to go in with my clear acrylic powder and I'm going to encapsulate the entire nail. Now these nails are still relatively short, so I don't want it to be too thick and bulky. I prefer to work in small beads just so that I can control the thickness of the nail. So on this nail, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm placing down that milky white. The only difference with this one is I did blend out the edges of that milky white because I did not go in immediately with the clear. I just encapsulated the entire nail with clear. It will give off the same effect. So this is my way of doing it. So again, into that wet acrylic, I'm just going to place that gold butterfly. And I did find I was seeing her nail play just a little bit too much, and I knew she would not have liked that. So I just went in with another bead of that milky white, and on top of that wet acrylic, I'm going to start placing the gold foil. After I do this, I'm just going to go in again with my clear acrylic powder, and I'm going to encapsulate the entire nail. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know what color comes next. Yes, it's the JC Beauty Concepts Cover Blush. And if you guys are interested in the JC Beauty Concepts acrylic line, I do have a link and a 15% off coupon code for you guys. Trust me, I got you, girl. I got you. It's the same for all my ombres. I place the first bead of that nude right where the color and the nail plate meet, and then I blend that up into that white, and then I go in with my cuticle bead. Make sure that the cuticle area is nicely sealed in. You don't want to put that nude all the way up to the cuticle. You do need to leave a little space and then use your brush to work it into that cuticle area. You guys have been watching me forever create these ombres. Like, I'm obsessed with ombres lately. I'm not even going to lie. Can you guys tell by all the variations of ombres that I've been doing lately? These days I'm really feeling simple nails, like not too much, just a little accent, and that's it. So tell me in the comment section below, like, have you guys been back to work? Has your state opened up? For us locally, the majority of places are back up and running. We do have the no mask, no service thing going on. Our borders are still closed, but let me know what's going on with you guys. How have you been? Is your quarantine still going on? Is it over? Like, let me know what states you're in, stuff like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to take my clear acrylic powder and I'm going to use this to protect the ombre. Now again, I will suggest watching this video if you guys want to walk through step by step by step, because I'm trying for these videos not to be overly repetitive. So that video is definitely going to tell you everything, every bit of information that you need to know that I did not mention in this video. Now that acrylic is fully set, I'm going to go ahead and file these nails back into shape. Usually at this point I will go in with my extra fine ceramic gel bit first. I don't know why in God's name that I went in with my hand file first on this nail. I guess that was just me being a little bit out of sorts. So this is what I would usually do. I will take my extra fine ceramic gel bit and I will go around the sidewalls and cuticle area. Then after that area is nicely sealed in, I'm going to take that gel bit and pull it throughout the entire nail. Now this is not to remove any bulk or anything like that. It is just to make sure that there are no dips, dents or grudges in my acrylic. And then I'm going to take that and use it to taper in the nail even more. This is just to help me when I go in to do my finish filing, in this case with my hand file. I don't have that much reshaping to do. When I'm happy with the shape of the nails, I turn my client's hand around just to make sure everything is nicely lined up. All the nails are looking nice and straight from her angle. And now I'm taking my manicure brush once again with some alcohol. I'm going to cleanse that nail. When that alcohol is dried, as you guys can see, I'm going in now with my Madam Glam's No Wipe Gel Top Coat, and I'm going to coat over all the nails. And I went back in and just removed any of that excess gel. You definitely want to remove that, because if that cures like that, then all the hard work that you did, then it would disappear. Trust me, I've been there, and I had to go in and remove all the top coat and then refile, reshape, and then reapply top coat, and that's a waste of product. So you do want to make sure that you just take off that excess gel that would run, because gel is something that moves until it's cured. And on that clear nail, I'm going to go in underneath as well with my No Wipe Gel Top Coat. And that is it for this set. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed, and while you're there, turn your post notifications on. I noticed a lot of you guys don't have your post notifications turned on, so come on man, what are you waiting for? Click on that bell so that you don't miss out whenever your girl drops a new video. Hey. And leave me this emoji with your comments in the comment section below. As always, I will have a clip of the final result again at the end of the video to share with you guys. I hope everyone is having an amazing day or night, whatever time it is where you are right now. And as always, I would love for you guys to stay glamorous, be safe, and I'll see you soon.